Market Secrets welcomes you to the new series on Algo Trading using PineScript. Based on so many requests that we have received from our followers, we have started a brand new series on PineScripting. This will be the second series on Algo Trading. This will be in addition to the EmiBroker series, which is already running in parallel. In this series, I'm going to walk you through the basic knowledge required in order to begin creating your own custom TradingView indicators, trading tools, strategies, and trading alerts. PineScript is one of the popular algo trading option available nowadays, especially due to its compatibility with TradingView. So in order to develop an algo trading system, we generally need three components. One is a data feed, second is a well-defined trading strategy, and lastly, the script or code and a backtesting tool. With TradingView item 1, which is the data feed, is automatically being taken care as it already has all the data you need for all the markets. And most importantly, the data that is available in TradingView is clutter free and complete with all the adjustments done for splits, bonus and dividends. So the data feed is automatically being taken care. We just need a strategy and we need to code it. All the backtesting tools are available in the platform itself. So with that introduction, let's begin the PineScript series. But first things first, let's start at the very beginning. I'm going to assume that you have zero knowledge with PineScripting. So let's start with opening the PineScript viewer. So this is a normal TradingView chart window. So you just have to open TradingView website and then you need to open the charts. If you open any charts, it will look just like this one. Now at the bottom, you have the PineScript editor. So if you look at here, there's a PineScript editor. You just have to click on it to open the PineScript editor. So I opened the PineScript editor here. This is where you have to write all your codes. So when you open your PineScript editor for the first time, it will look exactly like this. So you'll have just 3 lines of code. We will come back to this shortly. This is a default template for a basic indicator in PineScript. There are two different types of scripts generally. You just have to understand this. There are two different types of scripts that you can create using the PineScript. One is the study, which is otherwise called as an indicator. The other thing is called a strategy, which is essentially behaves same as the study, but except that it allows you to enter and exit mock trades through TradingView's backtesting system. So if you just want an indicator, you need to use study. But if you want to use that indicator to enter and exit into mock trades, then you need to use strategy. So this is the only difference. So you can create either a study, which is an indicator, or a strategy, which can be used for algo trading. So that's the basic introduction. We will focus on the study or indicators for now. At least in the first 4 episodes, we will be focusing completely on the study or indicators, and then we will move on to strategies, because the strategies require a basic understanding of study or indicators to implement it, and it is far more complex than study. So we will start with study and we'll slowly move on to strategies. So let's talk about the script. So let's take the first line, which is nothing but double slash at version equal to 4. The first line in this default template code represent a command indicating that the version of PineScript we are going to be using. Here we are using version number 4. PineScript is a few years old language, so it has few different versions. Each different version has a slightly different syntax rules, and built-in features will also be different between each version. So the script developed in some other version of PineScript won't be fully compatible with any other version. So just be careful about it. You may need to make some minor tweaks as and when you switch between the versions. So always use the latest version of the PineScript if possible. And for comments, always use a double slash. As we are dealing with the price action data, that is high, low, open, close, and there are a lot of indicators, there is a lot of candles, the script will easily get complex. So it can often become unreadable very fast. So even a well-written indicator or a well-written script will look very complicated when you come back to the script after a few weeks or few months. So using comments is the simplest way to include annotations to your code to explain what the code does, both for yourself and for anyone else who might want to read your code later. And this at symbol, right, it represents this line of code is a special comment and not an ordinary comment. These type of comments are not ignored by the compiler. So if you add an at, it will not be ignored by the compiler. It will read it because this is kind of a metadata for the compiler. This comment is not a line of PineScript code, but it rather tells the TradingView platform which version of PineScript we are using. So this line is extremely important. So this particular line of code, that is at version equal to 4. What does this means in simple English? This simply says, hey compiler, before you start, this script is using version 4 of PineScript syntax. So when you compile my code into computer language, use PineScript version 4.0 rules to do it. That's it. That's what this particular line of code indicates. This might look like a too much deep information, but if you get your basics right, it will help you in the longer run. So that's why we are starting with very basics in this episode, but we will progress much faster very soon. So just be aware of every line of code because otherwise you will complicate even very simple things. So with that note, let's move on to the next line of code. The next line of code is nothing but study followed by an open bracket, and within double quotes we have my script followed by a closing bracket. So you can think of it like a header or function which has set of codes. Like I mentioned earlier, we will be using study in this episode, not the strategy. Likewise, when you are creating a script for a strategy, you would change the study to strategy. So you have to replace the study with strategy. This would change the capabilities of your script and default features you can access. For example, if you change it to strategy, you will be allowed to place mock trades within this particular script itself. So coming back to this particular line of code, what does this code do? This code is telling your computer, create me a study and call it my script. As simple as that. So when you create new scripts, you can rename them by changing this particular text, that is my script, into whatever you like. So that will be name of your script. As simple as that. And the last line is plot followed by close within the brackets. Now, this is where the actual script begins. In this line of code, we are telling the PineScript to plot closing price of the current candle onto our chart. This script will run on every tick for the current candle and every historic candle. So by default, this will plot a blue line on your chart connecting all the candle closes. So let's just do it. So I'm just going to click add to chart button. So if you see here, the closing price of all these candles are plotted in a separate chart. This is the best part of PineScript. How easily it is able to paint the information directly onto your charts. Just with simple 3 lines of code, we have already have a foundation for a simple indicator. With just a few minor adjustments, you can make this particular chart to paint closing price of different time frames, high or low of past 50 candles, 100 candles, or any specific price action data you would like to see on the screen. You can change the drawing color, the line thickness, and even draw certain symbols on your chart. Once you have written your code, you just have to test it out. So you just have to click the add to chart button that I have mentioned earlier, and the trading view will draw your script on the chart. So for our default script that we have, this is what it will look like. It is that simple to get started. Welcome to PineScript. With this note, I'm closing this particular session, but going forward, we'll be moving very fast. And like I mentioned earlier, we will cover 2 or 3 more studies first, and then we'll be jumping on to strategies. But the basics are very important. So get ready for the exciting journey with PineScript. If you have any queries or comments about this episode, or if you have any feedbacks about this PineScript series, please leave it down in the comment section. We'll be happy to answer that. and we'll be happy to take your feedbacks as well. If you've liked this video, hit the like button, which is very, very important for us because your engagement is what will drive us to deliver much better videos in the future. So if you like this video, please do hit the like button and share it with your friends if you find it useful. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video or conduct a live session. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.